So, thought I would do a little video tour of the property, seeing as I'm pretty sure those pictures just don't do this place justice. I looked through it myself and they just don't do it. So, we're in the far corner of the pasture. Fence line's in there somewheres. There's one fence and there's a cattle pasture there. And back there is some logging territory. Looks like they logged it not too long ago, but there's some trees that have probably been there for 5 years or so. So, and there's the house. You can see the shop to the right, the house way to the right, and then that's like a little horse shed thingy. Until recently, there was a horse still on the property. We still have two dogs they're okay. One's got good personality. One's just kind of a jackhole, but they're both just big, ugly, and stinky. So hopefully they'll be out here in the next day or two, going to a good home. So this is a pretty cool little edge of the pasture here. It's almost got like a weird medieval feel to it. And a couple big old grandfather trees around the property and just on the edge here. So there's the fence line. That's looking back towards the road. When it's raining, there's actually a pretty cool little creek that comes through here. Starts up there in the pasture, you can see a little indent, and then it actually turns into a legit creek, cutting right through there. Horse trails and all that. That's Carl. Carl! Come on! Good boy. There's an old chicken coop. Not much going on in there. I don't know what to do with it. I might turn it into like a sauna or something. I don't know. This place needs a sauna, right? Yeah. So here's the horse shelter, I guess we'll call it. Now this was one hell of a garbage dump on the backside here. I've cleaned it up quite a bit. Carl. Oh yeah, there's a chicken on the property still. I think they're friends. I don't know. So I'm not sure what to do with these caps. I'll probably drag them out front, just put a free sign or something on there. Might get a couple bucks if I ask for it. So this was, until recently, kind of just a horse tack area. There was saddles and all sorts of stuff, but they've since gone with the horse. Just random miscellaneous crap. This is Mike's trailer, motorcycle trailer, and a broken fence line that I at some point should probably throw back together. Plenty of apple trees on the property. There's probably half a dozen. And this is the water system that's currently non-functional. It pulls water out of the well, off of the roof here, and then off of a creek that's over the hill. I guess it goes into one storage tank, which filters through into the next, which gets sterilized into this one, which then gets pressurized back to the house. But none of that's working. Big piles of windows and glass all over the property. I'm not sure what the plan was there. This is my ghetto little trailer. My wheelbarrow broke, so I tied a stick to this thing and it works. Sure. Lots of lumber gathered from all over the property. This is the shop. I haven't really touched it. My first day or two here, I cleaned it out just enough to get the van in here. The bikes. Some crap. So I was living out of this for the first week while the missus was still moving her shit out. Nice little wood stove and shop area. That's Carl's seat. So that's all got to be gone through. I don't know if the generator runs. I don't know if any of the lawnmowers on the property run. I got to go through all that crap. So nice little loft up there. And then up these stairs, nice rolling door, and this was at one point kind of a cool little crafty shop area, since got filled in with crap and what have you. So that's Dude, he's an asshole. That's Molly, she's hideous but kind of a sweetheart, I guess. That's Carl, he's also an asshole. Pretty nice wood stove. I haven't used it yet because it's kind of rotten out in the middle, but we got some new tube here I gotta install. New, I don't know what you'd call that, smoke pipe? Shit. Okay. That's where all the motorcycle stuff goes. I spent 2 days splitting and stacking wood. So there's 2 cords here. So this is the back side of the shop. The backyard. Porch. Porch has been cleaned up quite a bit. I have burned no less than 3 couches in this burn pile. This couch here I actually dragged out from where we started the video, way back there in the corner. So, chicken coop, just another lawn shed. I think there's a bunch of lumber in there. So, then this cool little garden. This will be cool to get this going again. A couple raised beds and nifty little boat. And it gives it a nice little theme. That's the woodshed. That's the creek. And now we're moving out towards the front of the house. There was another dump site here, just tons of TVs and computer parts and stereos and old beer bottles and nasty knit. There's the road. This, I spent 2 days cleaning up the front yard here, raking and pulling all sorts of crap out. I ended up hooking this burn barrel up to a leaf blower and turned it into a incinerator. Went through a good pile of leaves in a day or two. Front of the house. I don't know where that door is from, but I got an idea where it should go. Cleaned the porch off quite a bit. Here's the front hedge. I had to put a wicked chain and padlock, put the padlock on the inside to give the impression that there is someone pretty constantly on the property. You know, you got to keep out the riffraff. Old habits die hard. It's the front of the house. There's the road. Funky tree, I think that's called a monkey tree. It's like a split between a cactus and a pine tree. It's kind of weird. Very thorny, and I don't like to mess with it. And a palm tree. So here's the road that you saw on Google Maps. There's the East Fork River just down the hill over there, probably 200 yards. That's heading back into town. There's the house. Hedge and the quaint little mailbox. Oh, go! So when I first came on the property, this porch was full of boxes. It looked like a yard sale. This whole yard was full of stuff. There were tarps and blankets and leaf piles and trash cans full of crap, and it was pretty gnarly. There's a TV along this fence line here. Big gaping hole I gotta replace. I guess this is part of a domestic dispute which led to one person using a large truck to shove the other person's car through a motorcycle and through the fence. So yeah, I might just throw like a blanket on it and call it good. This is what I've been spending 2 weeks filling. Everything you can imagine's been in there. It's pretty gross. So, through our quaint little garden gate. Nice little brick walkway. I don't know why this was all dug up, but it was. Here is the well. Natural, good old-fashioned, old-school well. You see I got a sump pump in there. Like I said, there is no water on the property, so the sump pump's all I got. As far as flushing the toilets and all that, I've been filling these buckets. So I need water, I come over here, plug in this orange extension cord. And there we go. So that's coming right out of the well. So cleaned out this whole back porch, got this box worked up, and plenty of firewood. This fridge apparently does work, but was full of food when I got to it. I took the bulk of it out, but it's still kind of funky. I gotta really hose it out pretty good. So this is my nifty little firewood cutting station. Cutting, splitting. That's to keep the dogs from going onto the porch. Alright, let's go inside. So, set this up for Carl when I go into town. He likes to hang out in here. This is all stuff that I found out in the woods or out in the prairie or pasture, blankets and stuff that I've cleaned up. So behind that door is my broken window to my room. Carl, for a little while there, was using it as a source of egress, so I've had to block it off pretty good. Clean this all up. They work, but I have to use the garden hose and the well water. That rug I found out in the pasture, clean that up, and some water. There's the kitchen. And the pantry. Lots of drinking water. So this is actually right here. This is, I don't know if you can see it. Hang on a sec. So that's my water purifier. That top jug is full of charcoal out of the fire. So I take some well water using my drinking water only bucket, and I boil the Christ out of it. And then I pour it in our nifty little carbon filter dealie. I can do like, I think, half gallon at a time or something, I don't know. It filters through and drips down into the drinking jug. And it gets filled up, put on the shelf. And that's what I've been drinking. Making coffee and all that stuff. So, and the pantry also opens up into my room. Not much in here at the moment. That's the window that's broken. It's kind of been blocked off. So here's the kitchen. I've been spending most of my time, we've had some good weather, I've been spending most of my time outside. So this, basically I got the house up to livable and then haven't touched it since. So, fridge works. Some tequila and some meats and turkeys and beverages and veggies and beer and milk and all that crap. So, give you an impression of what this whole kitchen looked like before I got through it. There's all sorts of nastiness going on under there. I haven't even figured out what to do about this, so I just ignore it for now. The stove works, but again needs to be cleaned. I just cooked breakfast this morning. So this whole cabinet here I pulled out of the back. Cleaned it up, bleached the hell out of it, added a spice rack and all that stuff. A lot of these dishes are stuff that I found on the property. Going through boxes, I would just find something and bleach it and clean it up and put it on the shelf. So the microwave was here. It was pretty gnarly, but I cleaned it up good. This is all stuff that I found on the property that I still got to go through and clean and put into service. I haven't touched any of this. I don't really know what's in there, what's in the corner there. This, however, is mine. Some nice beef stew. Been going all night. And then there's right here. And you can see there's probably a dozen different windows that have beer bottle size holes in them. Double pane. I just put some plastic over them. Nice little, pretty cool little coffee grinder thing. This is the main room, the front room. So here's the front door with the burn barrel. So this is pretty much how I've been living, just hanging out on the couch here, watching the fire. Pretty cool little firewood box. Lots of packages came yesterday, so that's Carl's spot. Another broken window. Little ice chest. I found some pretty nifty books. I've been reading through them. And I had this set up. I found this TV and this surround sound at a dumpster back in California. I had my Xbox hooked up to that, but it's just too busy to really play too much. Some blown out speakers I dug out of the back. Pretty cool oil lamps. They're all mics. I gotta find a table here for all this crap. Telephone and all that. So, yeah. Not bad. Well, I gotta clean the bathroom pretty good still. I have not really touched it too much. Like I said, no running water, so I either piss off the back porch or use this, once every day or two. And then top off the toilet, flush. So I just took a bath this morning. I swear that yellow tinge was there before as well. So that all goes in the bucket, into the toilet so I can flush. And then going upstairs. Window overlooking the backyard. So this is my buddy Mike's room, where he stays when he comes. And then pretty much a mirror image is another bedroom. Overlooking the garden. Not much these bedrooms, it's enough for a dresser, bed, TV, closet. So a lot of this stuff came off of his sailboat, so it's kind of a nautical theme to it. Pretty adequate size, A lot bigger than it looks from outside, that's for sure. Carl doesn't like stairs, so he just likes to hang out and whine. Been my one and only form of transportation. I'm able to throw a couple jerry cans on the side boxes there, side bags, so I can get some fuel here for lawnmowers and all that stuff. Once I get them working again. So that's about it. I like it here. It's cleaned up real nice. Nice to get some water, but I'm not complaining. So. Yeah, hope that gives you a little better impression of how this place is, how the farm is laid out. I I know the pictures, like I said, don't really do it justice. This camera doesn't have a really big, nice wide angle lens, so you only get little snapshots here and there. So, but yeah, there it is. Now I'm just rambling. So this is to conclude the presentation. I hope you enjoyed your stay here, and I hope we get to see you again. Don't forget to sign the guest book, and there's trinket bags by the door.